Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's webinar on the challenges felt throughout many business improvement areas like yours and solutions to engage your local community, incentivize shopping, and keep your business directory up to date. My name is Reed Gibson-Ray, and I'll be your moderator for today's webinar, Empowering Business Improvement Areas, Strategies to Engage, Promote, and Thrive. We've got an exciting session ahead, but before we begin, a land acknowledgement. While we meet today on a virtual platform, we would like to take a moment to acknowledge the importance of the lands which we call home. The land on which our office resides is the lands of the Haldimand Tract, traditionally used by the Haudenosaunee, Anishinaabe, and Chinungton people. We also acknowledge the enduring presence and deep traditional knowledge, laws, and philosophies of the Indigenous people with whom we share this land today. We are all treaty people with a responsibility to honor all our relations. Our presenter today is Marcia Nykamp, Director of Sales and Strategic Partnerships at Driftscape. With over 18 years of experience in the technology sector, Marcia is a seasoned leader in leveraging digital tools to drive success. In her role at Driftscape, she has played a pivotal role in expanding our presence across North America, helping destinations unlock the full potential of digital solutions to achieve their goals. And joining her is April Denman. April is the Executive Director of the Parry Sound Downtown Business Association and a dedicated advocate for her community. With a strong commitment to fostering a vibrant downtown, she has led initiatives that support local businesses, organize community events, and enhance the visitor experience. She has witnessed firsthand how Driftscape can help BIAs connect, promote, and grow. Rooted in family values, April treats the community as an extension of her own, working to strengthen its economy and sense of togetherness. Passionate about collaboration, she actively volunteers and champions efforts that make Parry Sound a thriving place to live, work, and visit.
Hi, everyone. It's great to be here with you this afternoon. And thanks for joining us, April.
Hi, thank you for having me. It's a real honor that I've been asked to participate here today.
During our session today, we will be discussing some challenges faced by BIAs and BIDs and digital solutions to help you connect, promote, and grow. Just a few housekeeping items to cover off. First, please feel free to ask any questions. I will be monitoring questions coming in and out throughout the session, and we'll make sure to answer those at the end of the session. If we start to go over time, we'll make sure to follow up with any unanswered ones via email. And secondly, we are recording today's session, and we'll send a copy of that to everyone in attendance over the next few days. But before we begin, some of you may be wondering, what is Driftscape? April, I'd like to hand this off to you first. Could you describe Driftscape from your perspective?
So in my experience with Driftscape, it is an interactive app that allows us to create multiple different ways to interact and bring folks into our downtown. Our first project was to convert a paper-based booklet to this interactive app to move people throughout our downtown in multiple different ways through different tours. And it was great to have the app instead of the paper.
Awesome. Thanks, April. Marcia, do you have anything to add to that?
Sure. Well, April did a good job at describing what Driftscape is. I'll just add what I like to say when someone asks me, what is Driftscape? So what I like to say is Driftscape is a visitor engagement platform. It's designed to help you share your stories, create awareness, and encourage exploration through immersive and interactive features. For our guests here today, what that means is that with Driftscape, you have a tool to help you engage your community, promote your businesses, and showcase the best of what your area has to offer. And many of the features that are within Driftscape are actually designed based on direct feedback from organizations just like you. So this means that our product is tailored to your needs.
Great, thank you for that, Marcia. As I mentioned, today we're going to be talking about some of the challenges faced by BIAs and BIDs across North America and strategies to help you engage, promote, and thrive. We want to hear how many of you feel some of the same challenges that we'll be chatting about. So let's start with a quick poll. On your screen, a poll will appear in a moment. Please select the answers that best describe your challenges. And if you select other, please drop a comment in to let us know. The question is, what are the biggest challenges you face when engaging your community? Take a moment to vote and feel free to select as many options that apply. It's clear that some of these challenges are overlapping. April, do you mind adding a couple of your thoughts about the challenges you've faced in the past?
So it looks like all of these are ringing pretty true. So all of those, so there's also the challenge of getting members engaged as well. So how you create this sense of connection and loyalty with your members in the community, as much as getting the members to participate, like the public to participate in using the app. It's also in getting the businesses to participate. But having something new and engaging, like Driftscape, is a really good way to get everybody on board and looking forward to something new and fun.
Thanks, April. Marcia, based on some of your conversations, do you have anything to add to that?
Sure. Well, across North America, organizations like our guests here today do share those common struggles, like April said. Things like, how do you create a sense of connection and loyalty within your community? How do you encourage people to shop locally, especially in a digital first world where one click and it's done? How can you keep your business directory up to date without it becoming a full-time job? And finally, what impact are your initiatives having on your businesses? And these questions aren't always easy to answer. Engaging communities effectively continues to be a growing challenge for organizations as the shift towards sustainable digital-first interactions becomes more prevalent. But traditional engagement methods like flyers, posters, and paper coupons often struggle to keep up with modern expectations and earth-friendly initiatives.
Right. So based on the daily conversations that our team has had with other BIAs and chambers, we've got to put together a short list of common challenges that were heard and created by traditional methods, like limited reach. Physical promotions often miss large portions of our audiences, especially younger tech-savvy participants. Low engagement. Static materials lack interactivity, making it difficult to capture the interest or sustain participation. Environmental impact. Printed material contribute to a lot of waste and require immense effort to create and ship, and time to put them up and find the best locations. And tracking challenges. It's nearly impossible to measure the success of paper campaigns. And that is definitely something that our boards especially are looking for, is like the bang for your buck. How do you measure and whether or not that amount of money you're spending is worth it? And at the same time, people crave connection and discovery. And we found that Driftscape has the opportunity to transform the way that we engage with our communities and with our business members.
Thanks, April. You're absolutely right. And beyond some of those challenges, many communities are looking for greener ways to operate. So by rethinking how we engage our visitors, we can address those challenges while reducing our reliance on print and embrace sustainable practices. So let's move on to some solutions to these challenges. Marcia, can you give us a look at how digital tools?
Sorry about that. Our recording stopped, so I got distracted. First, I just want to chat about scavenger hunts. So I know from my personal experience, scavenger hunts are a really fun way to spend an afternoon with family and friends, allowing you to explore new sites and businesses that you might not have ever visited before. Traditional scavenger hunts typically take place on paper, but why not use a digital approach and create an engaging experience that provides entertainment for your visitors and immediate insights for you?
Why do you think that they work, Marcia?
Well, scavenger hunts are interactive, and they can turn an area into a playground for exploration. They spark curiosity, appeal to people of all ages, and provide a fresh new lens to rediscover a neighborhood.
Well, can you provide us with some fun ideas to try?
So we did a little, or I guess I'm looking forward to putting a spin on this through Driftscape. We had a last minute Elf on the Shelf initiative through downtown over Christmas, where we hid these little plush elves throughout downtown and asked people to take a selfie and send it to us, and then we did a draw. So that's one way that, again, it was paper-based. It was with a poster. I did have to deliver it. It was a ton of work for such a small little project, just to interact with our business members and bring people into downtown when it's slow. So I really think that converting this over to a digital option was the very first thing we thought of, was that we can't wait to get this into Driftscape next year.
Awesome. I've also had tons of fun partaking in scavenger hunts like that. I really like that elf on the shelf idea. In thinking about that, some other fun ideas are to retheme those hunts so that they're seasonal. So maybe, for example, for Halloween, a scavenger hunt in October, or an Easter egg hunt in April, or for Easter.
And this year we're also we're working right now on the hot chocolate trail. So it's kind of the spin on a scavenger hunt, where it is touring people around into different locations of our downtown, trying out their new hot chocolate recipe. And they actually get to vote in app for this one. So this is a new try for us this time around. So I haven't seen this one through, but we're really excited. And people have already downloaded the app in anticipation of that this weekend.
Oh, I love hot chocolate. I would be all over that. Marsha, can you think of any examples of some scavenger hunts that you've seen recently?
Sure. Well, I mean, hot chocolate is a great example, but one other example that I'll mention is Uptown Yum BIA. They actually created a Mother's Day scavenger hunt. So the Mother's Day scavenger hunt encouraged families to go out and explore the neighborhood while visiting participating business. And each business had a clue in the form of a colored heart at the cash register. The clue unlocked the next stop, and at the end of the hunt, participants who were able to unlock each of the stops had the opportunity to enter their name to win a prize. Not only did that event create a memorable experience, but it also drove foot traffic into those stores, resulting in a win-win for both the participants and the businesses itself.
Thanks, Marsha. That's a great example. What's another solution that can help solve the engagement challenge?
Another fun initiative that we've seen gain a ton of traction over the last year is voting contests. So April just alluded to this, but voting contests have become very, very popular. And at first, I was surprised at how well these contests drove visitors and locals into those businesses to participate. But the more I thought about it, I realized people love having their voices heard, especially when their vote can shape an outcome within their community. And voting contests really tap into that natural desire for participation, creating a sense of belonging while generating excitement around those local businesses. The contests are really simple to organize, yet they're incredibly impactful, creating a buzz and strengthening connections between residents, visitors, and their favorite spots.
Thanks, Marsha. A couple of my favorite ideas are seasonal contests, like April already alluded to this, but a best hot chocolate contest in the winter months that can inspire folks to get out, try some new cafes, and then sample some hot chocolate. And then the winning business could receive a community voted award they could then display. Or even for the summertime, a favorite patio contest, encouraging folks to get out, visit outdoor spaces, enjoy the sunshine, and discover some of your hidden gems that way. These contests aren't just about declaring a winner. They're really about creating excitement and sparking community pride. They're highly shareable. Oftentimes, participants will share those on social media, which amplifies visibility for your area and businesses. Marsha, could you give us an example of one that you've seen recently?
Sure. We had one customer in Alberta who hosted a bubble tea contest. So they invited residents to sample bubble tea from their participating businesses that were found within Driftscape and then vote for their favorite. Over 2 weeks, that event drew significant engagement, and it really got people out exploring both tried and true and new hidden hotspots. It increased foot traffic and amplified visibility of all of the participating businesses. So it really created a memorable and impactful campaign.
Thanks, Marsha. I love bubble tea. Do you do you have any other solutions that can help solve that engagement challenge?
Yes. So giveaway contests can be added to any of the examples that we've discussed or as its own initiative. So giveaways really appeal to a broad audience. They're simple to set up and effective at engaging both locals and visitors. Participants can enter their name online or through a digital app for a chance to win a prize. And prizes can range anything from gift cards to local businesses, maybe discounts for meals, local swag, or even tickets to an event. One tip that I like to mention is to pair your giveaways with other events or promotions. So, for example, attendees of a local market could enter their name when they arrive into a raffle, giving them another reason to visit that market. Keeping it tied to your community ensures that the reward encourages your winners to keep exploring and shopping locally.
Thanks, Marcia. If you selected driving foot traffic to local businesses or encouraging shopping in the earlier poll, you're not alone. April, would you be able to share a little bit about the challenges you faced when incentivizing shopping?
Sure, Reed. BIAs frequently face significant hurdles in incentivizing shopping effectively. While traditional approaches like paper coupons and flyers are familiar and do have a place, they often struggle to meet the demands of today's connected world. There's competing for attention. Flyers and coupons often have a limited space to grab people's attention before they get lost in the shuffle. We've all seen bulletin boards that are a mess and outdated. Even if someone clips the coupon, it's easily lost or just totally forgotten about. Static engagement, like the physical coupons and flyers, offer limited, if not zero, interactivity. The lack of integration with technology. So paper methods can't leverage the advantages of mobile apps like tracking campaign engagement or leveraging geolocation or push notifications to alert visitors and residents to nearby deals. That was something that was really important to us through our Girlfriends Weekend initiative last year. My first experience was getting some of that trackable data for my board and for the businesses themselves. Yeah.
Thanks, April. I've heard some of those challenges myself. So let's talk about some solutions. Marcia, what's a solution for folks to incentivize shopping?
Well, digital rewards programs address those challenges by making the promotions accessible, trackable, engaging, and sustainable. With digital tools, coupons, rewards, and promotions are always at your audience's fingertips through their phones. We've all probably lost those free coffee cards or paper coupons, so having that digital tool that's always with you really removes that barrier. Also, with digital tools, you have the ability to gain insights into participation rates, popular promotions, and overall trends, really allowing you to measure the success and improve future campaigns. Unlike with paper, like April just said, where you rely on manual tracking to get your insights. Gamified elements like points and treasure hunts make shopping exciting and really encourage repeat visits. And to reduce print, QR codes in strategic locations will direct your visitors to these digital solutions while creating a sustainable and easy to access guide.
Thanks, Marcia. I know I've definitely lost a coupon, as both you and April mentioned, or have totally lost the McDonald's Monopoly board when that comes around every year. So a digital tool is a really great option for me. In thinking about that, how can other BIAs leverage digital rewards collect creatively to drive local shopping?
Sure. There's a lot of different ways to use digital rewards, but a few of my favorites are treasure hunts, challenges, and exclusive prizes. With treasure hunts, participants can collect points by solving clues and visiting specific businesses or landmarks. So, for example, like we talked about earlier, the treasure hunt could encourage people to go into the downtown businesses, with each stop revealing the next clue. This approach engages participants and brings in foot traffic into multiple businesses. It also gives residents and visitors to your area an opportunity to explore some businesses they might not have ever visited before. For challenges, you can offer rewards for completing specific actions, like dining at 3 different restaurants or shopping at 5 different stores. These challenges encourage repeat visits and build momentum for local businesses. And then finally, exclusive prizes. You can allow participants to redeem collected points for unique experiences, discounts, or even free items. So for example, 100 collected points could unlock access to a private tour, a discount at a top restaurant, or maybe even a limited edition product from one of your local vendors.
Thanks, Marcia. April, why do you think these approaches work?
I think these creative approaches do more than incentivize spending. They turn shopping into an engaging experience in downtown. By introducing an element of fun and exploration, you create a sense of community, which is what a BIA is really trying to do in everything they do. You encourage word of mouth buzz. Hey, did you hear that this was happening downtown? And it just gets people talking. And ensure visitors have a reason to keep coming back. So if there's multiple different ones or they're reoccurring or new ones happening all the time, that's really what you're doing. You're just wanting to constantly create reasons to bring people downtown and find something they haven't discovered before.
Thanks, April. Marcia, can you think of any examples?
Sure. Digital tools allow you to create campaigns that will resonate with your community, offering both immediate benefits to your businesses and long-term loyalty from participants. In one initiative, BIA ran a points-based campaign where participants could earn points by dining at different restaurants. The campaign itself directly drove hundreds of guests into those participating businesses. By offering the collectible points for repeat visits, guests were encouraged to go to more restaurants, and the points, when collected, gave them access to exclusive discounts, so they continued to shop. That initiative increased foot traffic and created a really good buzz as diners enjoyed delicious food.
For those of you that selected keeping your business directory up to date as one of your challenges, this is also one that we hear regularly. As a consumer, can you remember a time when you looked up a local business only to find outdated information? It's frustrating. For visitors, it might mean a wasted trip, but for businesses, it's a missed opportunity. Accurate business directories are the backbone of a vibrant community, guiding visitors to local gems and helping them navigate your area efficiently. But keeping these up to date comes with their own set of challenges. April, what are some of the challenges you face keeping your directory up to date?
Oh, definitely. All of these ring true. Definitely a pain point, probably on both sides. So it's time consuming. So it's time consuming to update these, keep them up to date, who's new, who's moved, who's left, who's all of those. We invest a significant resource in manually updating these directories. And a lot of BIAs, it's a one-man show. So all of that time is really valuable. And especially in areas that have a high turnover for businesses. They move locations, which is great. They're growing, they're downsizing for all of those reasons. And honestly, we're usually a team of one. So finding the resources and the time to do it often becomes a back burner job, unfortunately. And it's frustrating for staff. It's frustrating for visitors who really would like to know where they can find these businesses. And the outdated or incomplete directories lead to negative experiences. They damage trust that they have in BIAs, and it could discourage future visits. Also frustrating for the businesses. It's just one more thing that they have to do, right? They have enough to update if they're moving. So adding to our website to do that is definitely just another task and also becomes put on the back burner. So this is one area that I am most excited to partner with Driftscape on is to automate that task.
Absolutely. And that's a great segue, April. Automation isn't just a buzzword, it's a game changer. So tools like AI-powered business directories are designed to simplify updates, So by uploading a simple list of your business names, AI can then automatically gather and update critical details like addresses, hours of operation, contact information, and even images. So as April mentioned, you can save time and avoid avoid the effort of chasing those updates, really freeing up your time to focus on strategic initiatives rather than that data entry. They ensure accuracy by continuously monitoring and updating those changes, as April mentioned, such as a business moving or even altering those hours of operation. So this means that visitors are always going to have access to the most reliable and up-to-date information. And then lastly, your directory can seamlessly integrate with your website, app, or even promotional materials, ensuring that anyone exploring your community has access to it no matter where they're looking. Marcia, would you be able to show us an example?
Sure. An example is Oldies Village in London. With a small team, they were experiencing challenges in keeping their directory up to date. So they decided to make a change to Driftscape's automated business directory. Within 4 weeks, they transformed their manually updated directory into a completely automated one, which required minimal work to get started. Oldies Village found that an automated directory saved them time and allowed them to create a better experience for everyone. And now visitors can feel confident exploring the area, and businesses benefit from that increased visibility. What's also nice about digital tools is visitors and locals will instantly see all of the unique shops and businesses, reminding them what's around in the area.
Thanks, Marcia. That's a really, really great point. Finally, for those of you that selected tracking campaign impacts in the poll, let's chat about why this is such a challenge. So traditional approaches like flyers, posters, or even word of mouth campaigns leave significant gaps in understanding their effectiveness. April, would you be able to share your experience?
I have firsthand experience with our Girlfriends Weekend, being able to track participants where they participated in workshops, how many took the shuttle bus, or how many inquired about shopping locations. So there's a lack of direct data with our manual booklet that we had. It was cute and, for people to have, but traditional campaigns, they don't have the mechanisms at all to capture how many people participated or saw any of the promotions from the businesses for that event specifically. We had no way of engaging with them at all. And it's often impossible to figure out whether a specific campaign prompted the customer's visit. Like, you really are just winging it. You're putting, your best out there for the event and hope that it goes over well. And missed feedback opportunities. It's businesses are busy and it's hard to get that feedback from them. And oftentimes those are based on business perspectives as well. So getting the information straight back from the participant was really valuable to us. And inefficiencies of manual tracking, that kind of goes all hand in hand again, right? If you have a business and with their interpretation of how the guest experience was, is different than coming straight from the guest.
Thanks, April. Those are great points. Marcia, can you share ideas for solutions?
Sure. So to address these barriers, organizations can leverage digital tools that are designed for streamlined campaign management and analysis. So for example, when it comes to direct data, digital tools will give you real-time data tracking. They'll capture campaign metrics like participation rates and coupon redemption rates. And they'll also give you real-time insights that allow you to adjust your campaign while it's active, optimizing both engagement and results. And then when it comes to accurate tracking, you can gather participant engagement metrics. So with digital systems, you can track how many people participated and how deeply they engaged. For example, how many stops in a scavenger hunt they completed, or how many businesses they visited. And then you can have visitors fill out surveys that are built into your digital campaigns, and they'll provide you with direct insights into user experiences and their preferences.
And one thing that was really of interest to us too, and a lot of people ask questions, is about protecting the personal data. And I enjoyed that Driftscape's data is totally protected. The data that Driftscape collects is totally protected.
Thanks, April. That's a really important point. Marcia, are you able to think of any examples?
Yeah, well, it's wintertime, and if you're like me, you're looking ahead to the summer. So let's imagine a summer scavenger hunt using a digital engagement platform. So visitors will gain access to the hunt through your digital platform that gives instructions to locate the participating businesses. They check in at the participating business and unlock a clue. Each check-in is logged digitally, and upon completing the hunt, coupons or rewards are offered and redemption rates are automatically recorded. So now you have a report showing which locations had the most visits and which rewards were the most redeemed. That level of detail will help you refine future campaigns, tailoring them to maximize both engagement and drive foot traffic. So ultimately, by moving from manual methods to automated digital solutions, organizations can overcome the challenges of tracking success and ensure that every campaign is impactful and measurable.
Thanks, Marcia. Before we move on to your questions, I want to thank you all for joining us today as we explored the common challenges BIAs face and practical solutions to help overcome them. Here's a quick recap of what we discussed today. So first, creative tools like scavenger hunts, voting contests, and giveaway challenges provide fresh ways to foster local pride and foot traffic to businesses. And then digital reward systems and point-based programs really encourage repeat visits and loyalty by making incentives accessible and fun. And then automating directory updates ensures visitors always have accurate information, saving you time and improving their experience. And then lastly, real-time data and centralized reports simplify your campaign management, giving you clear insights into what's working and what's not.
And the great news is that Driftscape brings everything that we've talked about today into one easy-to-use platform. From digital scavenger hunts to automated business directories, our tools are really designed to simplify your work, boost engagement, and help you track your success with ease.
Now, let's take some time for your questions. I want to thank those of you who reached out to us ahead of the webinar to provide us with some questions. We'll address those first. Marcia, the first one is, can we integrate Driftscape with our existing website? And what would that process look like?
Yeah, so Driftscape can easily integrate into your website using our embeddable interactive map. The process is very straightforward. We provide you with a small piece of code. It's just an iframe snippet that you or your web developer can add to your website and on as many pages as you want. That allows your visitors to explore your directory, your events, and maybe even take a virtual tour directly from your website.
Awesome. Thank you, Marcia. The next question we have is, how does our information get into Driftscape?
Yeah, this is a good question, and we do give you lots of options. The first and most common option is we give you access to the content management system, and we also give you detailed instructions and full training. Then you can log in at any time, add details that you want, make any changes that you want. The second is we do have a content creation team here to help you. They can create and develop all the content and add it into the CMS for you. Third, if you have a database already, we do have an import API that we can use. And then fourth, as we've talked about already, our automated business directory feature is done through the content management system with only one input, which is the business name.
Thank you, Marcia. The next question we have is if Driftscape offers customization options for branding.
Yeah, so when it comes to branding, your branding is visible in a number of different places throughout your visitor experience. First, your custom menu is fully designed with your brand, your colors, your artwork. Your map markers are designed with your artwork as well. Your logos show up at the bottom of every point of interest, and the interactive map on your website is fully branded to you, and it only shows your content.
Awesome. Thanks, Marcia. How does Driftscape address data privacy to ensure that visitor information remains anonymous?
Yeah, and this is actually something that April mentioned just a little bit ago. Driftscape takes user privacy very seriously. We don't require users to log into the app at all, and that's a big differentiator between other digital tools. All GPS data collected is anonymized, making sure that no personal information is tied to individual users. So the analytics we provide you are aggregated. You'll know details like the postal code or zip code prefix, participation rates, popular points of interest, and lots of other details. You can make informed decisions while respecting user privacy.
Thanks, Marsha. How much does Driftscape cost?
Yeah, so this is a question that probably Reed gets quite a bit. So we do have out-of-the-box plans, but 99% of the time, we're going to create a custom plan for you based on your budget, your desired features, and what your goals are. And then we will create that plan for you. But just to give you a ballpark, our plans start around $3,000 Canadian or 2,500 US.
Thanks, Marsha. I think that that's all of our questions. So thank you everybody for your questions. I can totally appreciate that we covered lots of information today. And as you start to digest and decompress, please reach out if you have any questions. Our contact information is on the screen here. And just a reminder that a recording of today's webinar will be sent out to folks over the next few days.
Thanks everybody for joining. If anybody has any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. I'm more than happy to help out in any way that I can. But it's definitely a really great team partnering up with Driftscape with these guys. Thanks.
April, and thanks everyone for joining us. We hope that you enjoyed your time with us today. We've seen how these strategies will help BIA create a vibrant, connected community, and we'd love to do the same for you. If you're interested in exploring how Driftscape can help, give us a call. Let's chat. We hope to talk to you soon.